today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Fielded in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes
Two
last
touchdown
week.
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 55 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Steelers, nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
There on the stop.
A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 11 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Connor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And the Steeler first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
On 1st down, Connor. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
James Conner.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
15-yard line.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Number 11.
Chase Claypool.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jared Wilson.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Pringle.
Complete to Byron Pringle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've hit halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Haskins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
They'll run on first down. Swift, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Ebron's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
To Eric Ebron.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And a Steeler first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, was able to track the ball in another.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. That's into the hands of Eckler. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Devin Bush.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Connor, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Steeler ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Haskins will throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
No! Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the run, it's Connor. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Connor, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing now is Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Connor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The Steeler ball carrier.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Haskins to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
17.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So the Ravens now down by 4. At time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Mark Andrews, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know, you know.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Steelers, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field